Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And with the opening weekend concluding, the pro players were not particularly happy about the way this game was playing this weekend, suggesting that maybe the health in this game is way too low and the time to kill is way too fast. Could changes be made? Pros clashing on whether we should change the health in this game up to 130. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you can do. Tell this channel to reach new people and hit that subscribe button as well. I'd really appreciate it. Let's just dive into things then. Crimsix, of course, and the New York guys haven't had the greatest time so far in this game. We looked at this tweet, of course, yesterday. This also I noticed from Clayster, thanks to a couple of those who pointed this out to me, that he said, I believe, in the flank chat or something or another, when Clayster was saying, look, stuff happens like this early on, all good exactly. We've had literally 10 days of practice since the middle of December, so there's been so many extenuating circumstances. Hydra went back to Paris, right, or to France or wherever he exactly is from, and then he came back, of course. Then they were like, well, team illnesses and stuff like this. Clayster was under the weather. So Clayster and the New York guys, they're not really too concerned about this here early on in Vanguard. They certainly still think there's plenty of time to turn things around, as of course there is. But that's the thing. If you guys are Optic fans or New York fans and you're struggling to, just see where this team goes going forwards, there's so much time left in the season. There's only 2 games both these teams have played, so plenty of time to turn things around. I would be surprised if as the season progresses, these teams do not charge up the pecking order again. There's a lot to learn for these opening matches from both of these teams that I guess they'll do their best to turn things around. But yeah, Clayster definitely not worried about it from the New York side. I imagine fans shouldn't really be all that worried about it as well. This also from the flank I thought was pretty cool. aBeZy, of course, working now with Esports Engine and the CDL itself, talking to Zuma about that, well, he should come past the office. So I'm pretty sure where they're doing things is still in Columbus. So I think they have this desk set up they're using for the CDL in Columbus, Ohio, and the casters I think are remote. But I mean, still, he reckons he doesn't have the authority to greenlight it, but he knows a guy that potentially could do it, and then we could do the flank live on the site. So that'd be really cool. Do a live flank. They did a couple of these last year, I think, for one of the major events, and it went down pretty well with Doug Santa Martin there. I think there were some technical hitches, but if Esports Engine are behind the scenes producing it, I'm sure it'll work out to a pretty good effect. So let's dive into this then, right? As TB says a couple of days ago, during the opening weekend, they got to change the health in the CDL to 200 or something. What is going on? As aBeZy says, we're playing hardcore out here. People worried about the smokes when the MP40 is a sniper, and we also have a rapid fire AR right in the auto, which is very strong as well. So that's the thing. If you GA the MP40 in the auto, you're probably going to have other weapons that are very strong also. So maybe the idea was actually to change the amount of health these players have in the game. Very interesting concept. I don't think we've ever really seen this before, but still, it is definitely a thing in the last couple of games, especially just Vanguards compared to Cold War. Like, there's a marked difference in how quick the guns kill in this game, as there was really going into Modern Warfare from Black Ops 4, right? And Black Ops 4, very long, slow time to kill, had the healing, had 150 health. The Trek games have done that really the last few years, and this game you kill very fast indeed. Now, interestingly enough, you actually don't kill as quick as some of the previous Call of Duty games, but on stream, it really feels like people are just melting others instantly, right? And it has raised questions about the skill gap. Everyone dies so quickly that how much does it matter how straight you're shooting? Because if you just hit a few shots, they're going to just die regardless instantly. And does it make the viewer experience worse or maybe more hectic, right? Because you can't really keep track of things when players you just die instantly, right? If you don't get the first shot off. So definitely some questions to be had on this front. And well, as Merck says even a couple of days ago, 150 health needs to be tested. It is so quick. Now, this is kind of the thing. I always want, in theory, that what people play in public matches to be exactly the same as what is played in the official CDL rule set. Now, look, nowadays, who plays public matches anyway? Because this game is awful for public matches. So I don't really think it matters all that much. Really, we just want the best competitive experience to play and to watch. But of course, whatever the pros play on, it's got to also be in league play. So I guess, look, the pros could test it out. It is possible to change the amount of health in the game. And of course, when you change the health, it does create some additional complications. Because let's say a gun is designed to kill in 4 bullets at 100 health, but in 130 health, it kills in 5. There would be other guns that would kill in 4 at 100, actually kill in 6 at 130. So just the way the damage works out can be kind of strange, and other guns could potentially become meta. And this was one of the example clips, right, with the team absolutely frying New York subliners at the weekend, just flying around the map, getting kills so quickly indeed. Like, the MP40 just insta-melts, like this guy, turns on the second guy as well. Like, Sim was making into plays, pops the reload. Look at this final 3-piece he gets, right? He comes in here, gets the first kill, turns around and gets the second guy, and then kills him, like, immediately, and then challenges the guy on the steps and just melts him, right? We didn't really see this a couple of years ago, especially in Cold War. Like, certainly was not the case. So this is what aBeZy is suggesting. I feel like if we bumped up the health to 130 instead of 100, it'd make this game play out way better. The extra bullet time to kill and a wider skill gap, in my opinion. I also feel like it'd make the viewing experience better. I think most people would probably agree with this, but still, I think there are some additional issues that come in when you make the health 130. One that I just thought of actually was the snipers, right? Sniper rifles in search and destroy. Now snipers are a hit marker. We probably wouldn't see snipers if it was 130. Okay, yes, if you get a headshot, and maybe there's some damage barrels that mean if you hit the torso, it does more than 130. That might be the case. If that's the case, I kind of say go for it. But if it's kind of a sacrifice of 130 health that we have to have no snipers, then is it really worth it? I guess that's a question that you guys can answer in the comment section below. And well, as Envoy says, you eat a nade with tac there. That's the thing. If you have tactical mask on, then now you can just still eat a nade, right? Because the nade only does 105 damage, or I guess something like that. And you can even eat a nade and a stun with no flak jacket and still survive. But in fairness, is that even better, right? Because in this game, a lot of people say that nade spam is crazy, and trophy systems, we don't have them, so that's also been a frustration. So maybe a good compromise to having no trophies is to say, okay, well, let's just up the health so you actually can just eat a nade yourself. Now, this was really great work from Check Yourself, mate, who put here on the Reddit, the time to kill of past meta weapons. Now, you guys may be somewhat surprised that back in the day, the time to kill was actually significantly quicker than even it is here in Vanguard. Like Black Ops 2, the M8A1 was ridiculous. Like, it kills in 144 milliseconds even within the burst, but actually at close range, the M8 was even a 3-shot kill, which made it even quicker than this. The MSMC were killing at 160 milliseconds. In Ghost, it was insane how quick the MTAR and the Vector killed. I'm not sure these stats are quite right for the Vector, because I'm pretty sure it didn't shoot that fast. I think this was the fire rate of the CBJMS, or whatever that gun was called, and I thought the Vector was a 3-shot kill as well. But anyway, it was somewhat similar to, I think, to the MTAR, like 140, 150 milliseconds, ridiculously fast. Then we go into an Infinite Warfare, it gets a little bit slower. Black Ops 3 was also pretty quick as well. And then the more recent titles, we see things changed out actually to some degree. We saw, for example, here in World War II, like 249, 250 milliseconds. Black Ops 4 was obviously a lot slower. And then Modern Warfare, I mean, look at this, right? The MP5, a 3-shot kill at 833 RPM, 144 milliseconds. So Modern Warfare, you died immediately. Then we went back to Cold War with a much slower time to kill. And in this game, the auto with one neck or headshot will give you about 216 milliseconds. And then the MP40 with a 600 RPM will kill in about 200 milliseconds. So, well, still, Vanguard is actually kind of middle of the road, theoretically. But it doesn't really feel like that when you watch it. And I think part of it might be to do with the fact that there's a very high headshot multiplier in this game. If you hit a headshot, the guy seems like he's going to die instantly. But also, the guns nowadays seem way easier to use. I think that might be one of the key things. That Black Ops 2, obviously the time to kill was statistically very fast indeed. But the MSMC was not the easiest gun to use, especially at range. Like, there was a lot of recoil involved. The aim assist wasn't particularly strong or didn't exist at all outside of certain ranges. In this game, the last few games, the guns are very easy to use. They shoot incredibly straight. So I think that's really why we see that effectively the time to kill in this game is incredibly quick, because no one misses bullets. Whereas back in the day, the time to kill theoretically was very fast, but it was somewhat harder to shoot. I think that's kind of how I see it, but I'm intrigued to your perspective. So, well, anyway, I think the pros clearly have been discussing this, right? Because as Method says, Chris, that being Simp, must not be updating you. Nades are the reason we can't do it. So I guess Simp is kind of the representative of FaZe in the GA chat, where I imagine they're discussing this, right? And I mean, apparently they've been talking about it, right? Let's try 130 instead of 100, see if it makes things better. But the Methods reckons nades are the reasons we can't do it, because now grenades don't work properly. They won't kill someone in a single hit, which, maybe is an issue, but aBeZy says, look, who cares, right, if nades actually don't kill someone in a single shot? I guess as an SMG player, running in first and getting naded all the time, probably something you might be quite happy to avoid, right, all the nade spam that is in this game at the present time. And as aBeZy even says back to Envoy, still would rather play that. I promise you wouldn't enjoy a flak player eating 3 grenades. So that is a fair point. If it is 130 and flak jacket is in the game still, fortified or whatever it's called in this game, then yes, players are going to eat a lot of grenades. But maybe what the compromise is, let's GA flak jacket, flak can't be used, tac mask is run instead, everyone dies in 2 grenades. Like, look, it's going to be a crazy, complicated gentleman's agreement type shenanigans to make this work if they want to make it work, to actually make the gameplay as well as it could do at 130 health. And the sniper question is another one that I'm sure you guys might have your thoughts on. And Accuracy says, okay, look, if we GA flak jacket, then everyone has tac mask, stuns are therefore useless. Like, what's the point in the stun grenade? Everyone has tac. But aBeZy says, okay, look, well, stuns aren't even that good as is, right? Would also still get stunned for about a second, even with tac mask on. Like, a stun still makes some difference, stuns you for about a second, half a second, whatever it is. Like, I mean, still, maybe there's a way they can make this work. I think it's a bit chaotic. I think there's probably a little bit much to this to make it work. And frankly, based on those time to kill stats we saw, I don't think it's incredible, really, the 100 health time to kill in this game compared to previous titles. I do think 130 would work better, but the additional complications maybe make things a little bit strange. And, well, some people are saying, okay, well, maybe if trophies were in the game, that would make things quite interesting. I believe Methods ended up deleting this tweet, the fact that trophies might make the game worse. Definitely an interesting take, really, for Methods here. He loves chucking out some grenades left, right, and center, so I guess it's understandable why you might say something like this. But, yeah, certainly an interesting take nonetheless. And, yeah, definitely intrigued to your perspective on this, right? Because, yes, even this clip right here you see from Teddy Rex, definitely this guy looks really dodgy. Look at the way he tracked him through the wall here, backs up and kind of tracks him. But, and that gunfight, it didn't really look like he died instantly. But, I think on LAN as well, people tend to die even quicker than they do usually. And, I mean, yeah, the auto, in fairness, only kills in like 5 bullets. I mean, look, we look back on Modern Warfare. This MP5 with the 10mm barrel was killing just instantly consistently all across the map. So I really feel like it's just because Cold War had a slower time to kill that the time to kill seems to be such a concern that people are talking about right now. I'm not sure it's as big of a deal than people are making it out to be, at least looking at the stats itself. But still, maybe 130 would be better. I think it's just going to be difficult for the pros to come to any sort of agreement on whether this actually might work out. And well, speaking of killing very fast indeed, these are the weapon classes the Mutineers were up to this weekend. And well, if you guys want to check and copy these out, hopefully I'll actually be pulling these out if ranked play does ever arrive into the game. Because actually, I'm kind of keen to play ranked play when it arrives. I kind of, watching Vanguard the last couple of weekends has been pretty exciting. So maybe I'll whip some of these classes out. Here's the auto that Skyz has got on, and this is Vivid's MP40 at the present time. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting a like button tells the YouTube gods this is a good video. I'd just like you should see it as well. And I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you as always, take care, and I will see you next time.
It's hard aiming it. I don't know where the other guy planted was.
Regroup, move out.
Oh my god, this guy just... Someone clipped that, bro. I don't know if this guy just traced me through the wall right there. God damn, bro.